Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore, RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news, so, folks, hold on to your purple jerseys because the NFL rumor mill is buzzing louder than ever. A high-stakes trade is on the horizon that could reshape the AFC North and send shockwaves through the league. Rumors are swirling that the Baltimore Ravens are seriously considering a blockbuster move to bring in Quentin Nelson, the star guard from the Indianapolis Colts. Yes, you heard it right. Nelson, a perennial Pro Bowler and one of the best interior linemen in the league, could be donning the purple and black very soon. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would the Ravens, a team already loaded with talent on offense and defense, go after an offensive guard? Well, the answer lies in what Nelson could bring to the table. The Ravens are all about building a balanced attack, and their offensive line has been a mixed bag this season. They've been allowing too many sacks, especially with Jackson under pressure, and the run game needs a boost to keep defenses honest. Bringing in Nelson would be a game changer, a true force in the trenches, capable of elevating the entire offensive line. Nelson's style is brute force, a guy who dominates at the point of attack, and this could be the catalyst to open up even more running lanes for J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, while also giving Lamar Jackson the protection he needs in crucial moments. The Colts, sitting at 8-5 and fighting to stay in playoff contention, are in a tricky spot financially. They're facing cap constraints, especially with their star quarterback Anthony Richardson, who's been dealing with injuries. Richardson's injury history has been a concern, and with a cap hit of around $25 million next year, the Colts need to make some tough choices. Enter the Ravens, who are sitting pretty at 10-3, with a cap space of approximately $12 million. They are looking to solidify their offensive line for a deep playoff push, and the opportunity to add Nelson for a second-round pick in 2026 and a fifth-rounder in 2027 could be too good to pass up. Let me pause here for a second. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now let's dive deeper into Nelson's profile. This guy is a beast. In 2025, he's played 13 games, and his run block grade from PFF is an eye-popper at 88. 9 top 3 among guards in the league. His pass blocking is just as solid, sitting at 85. 4, allowing just 2 sacks and 10 pressures all season. Nelson's career stats are equally impressive. Over 100 starts, 5-time Pro Bowler, consistently graded around 87. 5 by PFF, and he's been a cornerstone for the Colts' offensive line. His yards before contact on runs is around 2 yards, and his EPA per snap is plus 0.11, meaning he's incredibly efficient at creating space and winning double-team blocks, with a win rate of 72% in those duels. And crucially, he's maintained this high level of performance without any significant injuries in 2025, which makes him even more attractive. Comparing him to top-tier offensive linemen like Zach Martin, Nelson's prime is right there, if not surpassing. His ability to dominate in the trenches has made him one of the league's most reliable and versatile guards, capable of controlling the line of scrimmage and setting the tone for the offense. His career overall shows durability, consistency, and elite performance, traits that any team looking to contend in the postseason would salivate over. So why would the Colts even consider trading such a valuable asset? Well, the answer lies in the big picture. The Colts are 8-5 but are still trying to find that perfect balance on offense. They're allowing about 9 points per game, which is decent but not elite. To make a real jump into playoff contention, especially with a young quarterback like Richardson, they need to allocate cap space for extensions and upgrades on defense and the offensive line. Extending Richardson's contract will be a huge financial commitment, hitting their cap by around $25 million next year. Trading Nelson could free up roughly $15 million in cap space, allowing them to focus on youth, rebuild the defense with a bit more flexibility, or invest in other areas. Moreover, the Colts are looking to build a more balanced team, emphasizing a solid defense and versatile offense, and moving Nelson makes sense in the grand scheme of their roster management. Now, what's the impact if this trade happens? Well, for the Ravens, adding Nelson would be like planting a giant flag in the middle of the offensive line. His presence would boost their run efficiency by around 22%, making their ground game even more formidable. It would also significantly reduce the sacks Lamar Jackson absorbs, from 32 down to around 20, providing him with the protection he desperately needs, especially in high-pressure moment. Nelson's run block grade of 88. 9, combined with his ability to create lanes, would elevate J.K. Dobbins' yards per carry from about 4.3 to nearly 4.8, perhaps even higher. That's exactly what the Ravens need to keep defenses honest and open up the play-action game that's been so effective this season. The addition of Nelson would also allow the Ravens to elevate their interior line. With Linderbaum anchoring the middle, Nelson's presence would create an elite interior combo, making it even harder for defenses to penetrate. This kind of interior dominance is exactly what teams like the Ravens need to sustain long drives, control the clock, and keep their defense rested for critical moments. Plus, Nelson's ability to win double teams, with a 72% success rate, means he can neutralize some of the league's best defensive tackles, giving Jackson more time to find his receivers or scramble for yards. Furthermore, Nelson's impact isn't just about the run game and protection. His presence on the line boosts the overall confidence of the offense. When you've got an elite guard that can dominate in both run blocking and pass protection, it opens up new options for play calling. It also helps mask some of the inconsistencies that might come from injuries or other personnel changes. Remember, the Ravens have faced injuries on the offensive line this season, and adding a player of Nelson's caliber would help stabilize that unit, ensuring that Lamar Jackson has the best possible environment to succeed. In terms of the playoff push, this move could be the difference between a deep run and an early exit. The Ravens are already sitting pretty at 10-3, and with this kind of upgrade, many analysts believe they could be even more dangerous. The odds of winning the Super Bowl have shifted as well, with sportsbooks moving from plus 800 to around plus 450, reflecting the increased confidence in Baltimore's championship chances. Nelson could be the X-factor in the postseason, especially when facing tough defenses in cold weather or tight games. His ability to elevate the run game and keep Jackson upright makes him a perfect fit for the Ravens' style of play, a team built around a dominant ground attack, a creative quarterback, and a stingy defense. Now, let's talk about the broader picture. The Ravens have been building this team for a few years now, with a focus on balance and versatility. Their defense, led by stars like Marlon Humphrey, has been solid, but injuries and aging players like Justin Houston and some other veterans have made depth a concern. Adding Nelson on offense complements their defensive efforts perfectly, creating a more well-rounded team capable of winning in a variety of conditions. And with the AFC playoff picture shaping up, every little edge counts. The Ravens are well-positioned to make a serious run, but this kind of upgrade could push them over the top. Finally, let's look ahead. If this trade goes through, it's not just about this season. It's about establishing a blueprint for sustained success. Nelson's leadership, experience, and elite skills could help set the tone for the Ravens' offensive line for years to come. It's a move that signals they're all in on contending, and that they're willing to make bold moves to secure a second Super Bowl title in the Lamar Jackson era. Trust me, Ravens fans, this could be one of those trades that define a franchise, one that cements their status as a powerhouse in the AFC for the foreseeable future. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Ravens. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Baltimore Ravens news.